here. Okay, so we're going to start. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, or I'm going to share the screen to see the new schedule for the test. Did you see it yesterday? I sent it last
I
night.
didn't see it.
So I would like you to see it again in order to see if we are right with the with these new dates. Let's see. Wait a minute, please. Hello, hello. I had it somewhere here. Wait a minute.
Hola, Carlos.
What, Carlos?
Oh, isn't that Carlos or is Jose?
Jose. It's him. Okay, I don't know where I have it, but.
En su correo, pues creo que.
Yeah, but I have to open my. Yeah, I will have to do it that way. Yes. Okay. I have to move many things.
You can stop sharing and then you can look for it.
No, I'm doing it this way. I'm going to go into Google Classroom, and I know that I have it in there because I sent it yesterday.
¿Verdad? Sí.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, this is the evaluation schedule. Okay, there we go. So we're going to see it again so as to have it clear for you, right? Okay, first of all, these are the tests that we're going to do this semester. We have 2 use of English tests, one for units 1, 2, and 3, and the other one for units 4, 5, and 6. Each one of them is going to worth 20%. Yeah. Then we have one writing, which is going to be units 1 to 3 with 15%, one reading, units 1 to 3 with a 10%. And then we're going to have the speaking test for all the units from 1 to 6, 20%. The video presentation that you're going to, I imagine that you're doing it, you're preparing it right now with a 10% and self-assessment with 5%. All this gives you 100%. Okay? And then the dates. We're going to start, we are here now in this week, 25th to 29th of May, all right? Okay, so we're going to start next week on Tuesday, okay? The week from 1st to 5th of June, we're going to start on Tuesday with the reading test. Then on Wednesday, we're going to have the writing test. And on Friday, we're going to have the use of English. So you have to be prepared for next week because we're going to have test Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay? Is it clear? Can you hear me or not? Open your microphones, and answer. Are you listening to me or not? Kim, Jose?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was just looking at the image. So we have 2 tests next week.
3 tests. Tuesday, Wednesday,
I didn't see
and
the
Friday.
writing. Okay.
I should have put a color here, a different color, but
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I'm going to change that in next
Okay, great.
when we finish this. All right. Then we're going to have 1, 2, 3 weeks, 4, 5 weeks, like in which we're going to just cover the other units. 4,
So
5,
the
and
tests
6.
are going to be from unit 1 to 3?
Yeah, 1 to 3. Yeah. And then we're going to continue teaching all these weeks to finish with the first part of the book, and then we're going to start with the speaking test on week 13, right? And from July 13 until July 17. Yeah. So speaking all units. So we have this. July 13, 6 couples, because that day is a Monday, and we have two periods. One period with me and one period with Miss Patty. So that day we're thinking about interviewing 6 couples. Then July 14th, yeah, which is Tuesday, 3 couples. Then July 17th, which is a Friday, 3 more couples. And the last couples, I don't know if it is going to be 2 or 3 couples more on Monday the 20th. Okay, all right. Then on Wednesday the 22nd of July, we're going to have the second use of English. Yeah, units 4 to 6 with a 20%. And finally, we have Friday the 24th. We're going to have 2 things: the entrega de videos, 10%, and the self-assessment. So that day, up to that day, you have the possibility to hand in the video and the self-assessment. So that then on Monday the 27th, we're going to have all the missing tests. All the missing tests. We have 2 periods then, so we're going to have all the missing tests. On Wednesday the 29th, for those who do not pass the course, we'll have another more option with a special test. So on July the 31st, we're supposed to have all the grades in the system. And that is the schedule for the next semester. Okay? Any question so far? Would you like to know anything? Are you clear with what I'm saying? Open your microphones to tell me if you are.
What does the self-assessment consist on?
It's this thing that we always do at the end of the semester, in which we ask you that you grade yourself. You can grade yourself. You can say, for example, I have worked hard with this semester, or, well, actually, I haven't had a very good behavior, etc. It's that kind of thing, in which you evaluate yourself. Okay? That is the self-assessment. And we're done with it. That is what we have. Okay? Any other question? No? Okay. So now we're going to check a little bit of the homework that I gave you. Okay? Let's see. I'm going to share again. And we have this Murphy thing with past simple. Remember that I told you to do the exercises in here. Did you do them or not? Could you?
Yes, I
Do
did.
you have the opportunity? Kimberly?
Yes.
Yes, you did? Okay. What about you, Jose? I don't know if you want to answer or not, or you don't want to talk.
And not this, I didn't.
You didn't. Okay. So in here, we just take a look at this. In here is the explanation for the simple past. In here, you have all the explanation, the use of be in the past or any other verb, like, for example, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was an Austrian musician and composer. He lived from 1756 to 1791. He started composing at the age of 5 and wrote more than 600 pieces of music. He was only 35 years old when he died. So lived, studied, wrote, was, and died are all past simple. In here you have like the explanation that you have 2 types of verbs, the regular and the irregular ones. Yeah. You have in there write, wrote, see, saw, etc. In here you have what I gave you or what I show you in a PowerPoint presentation, how to make the negative in the simple past and the question in the simple past and the affirmative. All right. And the difference between be and other verbs, because be is the only verb that have 2 forms in the past, was, were, and is the only verb, not the only one, but one of the only ones that can make the negative by itself. For example, was negative wasn't, were negative weren't. And in there, you don't need to use the the um, the didn't. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm going to see the exercises. Okay. Let's see some of them, not all of them. What did I do? Here it is. So we're going to check some of them for if you have any doubts. Okay, let's work together. Jose, read this part, please. Read. Only read it. It's in the present. Okay? As you didn't do the homework, Kimberly is going to read in the past, but you read the present form, Jose. Can you?
The text,
Yeah.
the first text,
Yeah.
5.1.
See, I usually get up.
Yeah, I usually get up at 7 o'clock and have a big breakfast. I walk to work, and which takes me about half an hour. I start work at 8:45. I never have lunch. I finish work at 8 o'clock. I'm
5
always
o'clock.
tired.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. I always tired when I get home. I usually cook a meal in the evening. I don't usually go out. I go to bed at about 11 o'clock, and I always sleep well.
Okay, good, Jose. Some little things, please, for you to practice at home, okay? When you read here, you have to pronounce all the sounds and mark them, because in that way you are pronouncing in a better way. For example, I usually get up, get. That sound is pronounced. Get up at 7 o'clock and have a big breakfast. I walk to work. See, you sometimes don't pronounce these final sounds, especially the ones that are two consonants together. So you say, I walk to work. You don't say, I walk to work. See, I walk to work. So you kind of eating some of these sounds. So when I suggest that you should read aloud and pronounce all the sounds, exaggerate, in order to make them appear fluently in the future. All right? It's
All
just a
right, teacher.
suggestion. All right? Good. Now, please, Kimberly, read the past tense of what Laura said. Okay? Do it, please. She got up.
Okay, I wrote on the second one, she had a big breakfast.
Start from the very beginning. She got up.
She got up at 7 o'clock. She had a big breakfast.
Then?
Okay. She walked to work. It took her half an hour to get to work. She started work at 8:45. She never eats lunch. I'm a little bit skeptical on that one. I don't know if it's correct.
You could have said she never had lunch. Nunca almorzó. Or she never had
Okay.
lunch. You can keep that in the present. Okay, continue.
Okay, cool. Okay, then I wrote, she finished work at 5 o'clock. She's always tired when she gets home.
I would say she was tired.
Okay.
She was tired. She was tired when she got home. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. She cooked a meal yesterday evening. That one, number 10, I left it blank because I didn't know what to write.
She didn't get out yesterday.
So number 11, I wrote, she went to bed at 11 o'clock. She slept well last night.
All right. So you are retelling the story, but in the past, okay? So it was just to change the verbs. Now in here, complete the sentences using the following verbs in the correct form. What are the past forms of these verbs? Mozart wrote more than 600 pieces of music. What about number 2, Kimberly? How did you learn to drive?
My father taught me.
Yeah, my father taught me. That's right. We couldn't afford to keep our car, so
We sold it.
we sold it. Yeah. Dave downstairs this morning and his leg.
Fell down the stairs this morning and broke his leg.
Yeah, fell
Joe
downstairs
threw
this morning and broke his leg. All right. What about number 5? Joe?
Joe threw the ball to Sue, who caught it.
Right. And finally, number 6.
Kate spent a lot of money yesterday. She bought a dress which cost £100.
That's right. Good. Okay, now in here says you asked James about his holiday in the US. Write your questions. And here you have to write questions, okay? The first one is already there. Where did you go? To the US. We went on a trip from San Francisco to Denver. Okay, so continue, Kimberly. You?
How did you travel by car?
Yeah.
Number 3. It's a
Okay,
long way to drive. How long?
I'm going to answer that. Yes, we hired a car in San Francisco. Okay, 3.
It's a long way to drive. How long did it take?
Jose, read the answer in there. How long did it take? Jose, are you there?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, we stopped at a lot of places along the way.
That's right. Kimberly?
Where did you stay? In hotels?
Yes, small hotels or motels.
Was the weather good?
And yes, but it was very hot, sometimes too hot.
Did you see the Grand Canyon?
Of course, it was wonderful.
All right. Okay, pretty good. Now I have to say that motels in the United States do not have the same meaning like in here, okay? A motel in the United States is a combination of motor, which is motor car, and hotel. So those are hotels that are along the road. Those are motels. It's a place to sleep. In Chile, well, motels are not a place to sleep properly, right? They have a different meaning. So that's, I would like to say about that, okay? Something about that, clarify something about that. It's not the same idea that in here. Okay, complete the sentences, put the verb into the correct form, positive or negative. Okay, for example, it was warm, so I took off my coat. Then the film wasn't very good, I didn't enjoy it much. Okay, Kimberly, you did the homework. So, number 3.
I knew Sarah was busy, so I didn't disturb her.
Yeah.
We were very tired, so we left the party early.
Yeah.
It was hard carrying the bags. They were really heavy.
Okay.
The bed was very uncomfortable. I didn't sleep well.
Yeah.
This watch wasn't expensive. It didn't cost much.
Yeah.
The window was open and a bird flew into the room.
Okay.
I was in a hurry, so I didn't have time to call you. I didn't like the hotel. The room wasn't very clean.
All right. Pretty good. Good. So now let's see the other part of the homework, which was connected to past continuous. I don't know which is the exercises. This is the explanation. All right. Let's see a little bit. Well, what is the difference between the simple past and the past progressive? Kimberly, could you tell me that? Could you see any very clear difference between one and the other? When to use one? I'm not talking about the grammar aspect. I'm talking about the use of it. When to use it? When do you use the simple past? And when do you use the past progressive? Kimberly, can you tell me?
You always you always ask me that, and I don't know how to explain it. Sorry.
I always ask you the same, right? I know. Well, remember that you use the simple past to talk about an action that is totally completed normally, right? is an action that occurred in the past and finished in the past, okay? For example, I watched a movie. The action is not or was not happening in the past. It happened. It finished. It is over, right? While the past continuous is an action that was occurring or happening at a certain moment in the past, but the action didn't finish in there. For example, I was playing, I don't know, I was playing canasta or poker. I was playing. Did I finish the action or did the action finish? No, it didn't. If I had said, for example, I played poker, that the action is over. But I was playing poker, so the action was happening. For that reason, you use the ing form, okay? Be plus ing. So that is the main difference between a simple past action and a past progressive action. Okay, so when you're talking in English, you can use the simple past to talk about an action that it's over or completely over, or you can talk about something that was happening at a certain moment and then another thing occurred. Okay, it gives you more tools to talk. That is the idea of the past continuous. Now I know that you are with Miss Patty. You were working with the past perfect. Am I right or not, Kimberly? Were you working with, or are you working with the past perfect? Do you remember?
Yes, I think so. I don't really remember because we haven't had class with her for like
Yeah,
a week.
the use of had plus the participle. In Spanish, we
Oh,
something,
yeah.
something like había hecho algo.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So now you have like more possibilities with the past. You have the simple past, the past progressive, and the past perfect. So when you're retelling a story, when you're talking about something that an event that happened to you in the past, you have more possibilities to say. So it's the same as in Spanish. Yo fui al sur cuando íbamos viajando, estuvimos, qué sé yo, estuvimos eh, eh, almorzando en un restaurante, ya habíamos pasado por esos restaurantes antes, ¿se fijan? Hay varias posibilidades de hablar en pasado, no es solo el pasado simple. So now the idea here is that you have to incorporate all the forms, right? Okay, so and here it says what I'm telling you. Yesterday, Karen and Joe played tennis. Over. They started at 10 o'clock and finished at 11:30. But in between, so at 10:30, they were playing tennis. Okay, they started at 10 and they finished at 11:30. Actions that were over. But then at 10:30, they were playing, they were in the act of playing tennis, right? So the past progressive is be plus ing. Yeah, remember that you will have to, when you become teachers, you will have to explain this. So for that reason, it's not, it's important to use it, but also to know how to explain it, because it's something that you will have to do in the future as professors, as teachers. Okay, and here you have the difference between past continuous and past simple. I was in the middle of the action. I did complete action. See, we were walking home when I met Dan. In the middle of walking home. We walked home after the party last night, all the way completely. See, that is the difference between one action and the other. All right. Now let's see a little bit of the exercises. Now this is the explanation of nothing. No. This is not the one. This is the one. Yeah. Okay. And here you have some exercises with the past continuous. All right. The first one was already there. Today Helen is wearing a skirt. Yesterday she was wearing trousers. What are trousers, Kimberly? Do you know?
Pants.
Pants, yes. Okay. Do number 2.
What did he say? I don't know. I wasn't listening.
I wasn't listening. All right. Number 3.
We were sitting We were sitting at the back of the theater. We couldn't hear very well.
Right. Number 4.
This time last year, Steve was working on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't see me. They weren't looking in my direction.
All right. Okay. So here, yeah, that's you understood it and you're correct. In here, which goes with which? Could you do that one? For example, number 1 is with F. So when I got to the cafe, my friends were waiting for me. Okay. What about number 2? Kimberly. Do I have to work, Kimberly, because Jose didn't do the homework, so he's just observing at this moment. Okay.
It's okay. Wait, hold on. We fell asleep while we were watching a film.
Okay. While we were, so it's 2 with E. All right. Then 3.
Amy learned Italian when she was living in Rome.
Right. See, in here you have one action that is over. Amy learned Italian. We fell asleep when I got to the cafe. All of those actions were, over. Amy learned Italian. When? When she was living in Rome. At the moment that she was living in Rome, she learned Italian. All right. Continue.
Tom didn't come with us.
Come out with us. Come out.
Oh, come up with us. I'm looking for it. Because he wasn't feeling well.
All right. Okay. So in here, this exercise is a little bit, the next one is a little bit more complex because you have to choose whether to use past continuous or past simple. Okay. For example, in here, I saw Sue in town yesterday, but
she didn't see me.
She didn't see me. Why didn't you use, for example, she wasn't seeing me?
Because it didn't make sense.
Yeah, but almost also because it's an action that is over. She didn't see me. Yeah. Okay, continue.
She was looking the other way.
Yeah, that was past continuous. You were doing something. For that reason, she didn't see me. Okay.
That one I left in blank. The one that says cycle home yesterday. I didn't know what to write.
Yeah, when you have when, Kimberly, usually you have one past simple and was, and the other one in past continuous. So in here, I was cycling home yesterday. That was occurring when a man stepped out into the road in front of me. Okay. Yo iba en bicicleta. La acción estaba ocurriendo. Lo voy a explicar en castellano. Recuerda que el past continuous, o recuerden ambos que el past continuous se usa para acciones que estaban ocurriendo en el pasado. Entonces, lo que estaba ocurriendo en esa oración es que él iba en bicicleta, estaba andando en bicicleta, iba caminando en la bicicleta a su casa. Cuando un hombre se pasó o se cruzó delante de él en el camino, ¿ya? O se paró, stepped out into the road in front of me, ¿sí? So, one thing was happening while the other was over. Normalmente cuando uno hace el pasado simple, pues cuando la acción está terminada completamente, ya, listo, no hay problema. Pero recuerde que a veces tú estás relatando algo que estaba ocurriendo mientras otra cosa pasó. ¿Ya? Entonces, por lo tanto, ahí tienes que mezclar los pasados. Ahora, tienen que ustedes decidir cuándo usar uno y cuándo usar otro. Aquí dice, dice, I home yesterday. Él iba hacia su casa. Estaba ocurriendo. Pero ¿qué pasó? Que un hombre se paró delante de él. ¿Ya? Ya, después dice, iba rápido, o sea, estaba ocurriendo o no. ¿Cómo sería ahí?
I was going quite fast.
Yeah, I was going quite fast. But luckily, pero afortunadamente, ¿qué pasó? Me las arreglé.
I managed to stop in time.
Claro, ahí me las arreglé, o sea, ya la acción terminó, me las arreglé. No me la estaba arreglando, me las arreglé. ¿Ya? I managed to stop in time. ¿Ya? Y no le pegué.
And I didn't hit him.
And I didn't hit him. See? So that's the idea. You can mix both tenses. All right? This is a little bit longer, but so we're going to continue now because you already know in general. Now, the thing, I know that you know the structure. One is simple past, the other one past progressive, be plus ing in the past, was where plus ing, and the other one is only the past tense of the verb with the negative didn't or question with did. You know the structure, but now you have to recognize the when to use one or the other. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the book. Yeah. Uh, yep. And we're going to talk about the sea. The sea. I want you to watch a video. Right. Let me look for it. A video which is kind of funny, but teaches you a lot about the ocean. This one is people slammed by massive waves. Let me check. It's it's opening. Yeah, here we go. Can you see?
Yes.
Look at that. Oh, she's going. Oh. Oh, she's going. Oh. Olha a sequência, olha o tamanho da onda chegando, olha os babacos, olha os imbecil, olha os imbecil. Yes! Look out behind you, big. Okay. Yeah. I just was trying to show you uh, how dangerous is the sea. What do you think about the sea, Jose? Do you like it? Do you like going to the beach, for example?
No, I don't like. I
I
don't
don't
like
like
the
it.
beach.
I don't like
I
it.
don't like the sea
Why?
because I don't know how to swim.
Ah, you don't
So
know how to
first,
swim. So,
yeah,
do you sometimes go to the beach or you never go to the beach?
I used to go to the beach, but not anymore. When I was a child, with my father, with my mother, to pass the day, but it's something that I don't know. It was
So,
just in the past,
well,
not in the present. No?
now we can't go. No way,
Oh,
right?
actually, we can go
because
now.
of because of the pandemic, we can't go. But anyway, for example, today is a wonderful day to go to the beach. Although you can't go and we can't go, but I love the beach. I know how to swim, so I love going to the beach. This is something that I really enjoy. Every summer I go to the north of Chile. I don't know to Coquimbo. I love Coquimbo because it has wonderful beaches. Do you like going to the beach, Kimberly? What about you?
Yes, I like going to the beach, but not. I don't know how to swim either, so I'm kind of scared of the sea.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. So whenever you go to the swimming pool, or do you go to the beach?
Uh, yeah, I go to the beach, but I just stay in the sand.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here in that image that I showed you, you could see how violent could become the ocean or the waves, because sometimes you are not expecting that is the sea can be so violent or aggressive, and it's very surprising sometimes, right? It's very surprising. So in there you have like uh, images of how violent it could be. So now in the book, yeah, we have, sorry, let's see, oops, I have to share. We're going to start with the unit 4 in the book, and in there we have a story about a man who talks about it. Okay, let's see unit number 3 and 3B now. We're going to get into 3B. And in here we have the reading, and the reading is about the ocean. Okay? Yeah. Here we go. Love and Death in the Sea. We're going to read about this man. Yeah.
I
Patrice,
think we
We
did it.
already did that activity with Miss Patty.
oh, come
Yeah,
on.
we saw that activity
Oh,
that
ah,
he
yeah, yeah. So,
survived an accident.
ah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Ah, so I mistake. It was for me AB and Patty CD. Right. Okay. So I have to go to this one. Ah, no, 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 no. No. Let's 3D. This is mine, right? No, CD. No, it's Patty's. This is mine. E. What a weekend. Writing a blog post. Yeah, but no, this is what I want to see. We're going to see this today. Okay. Um, one village makes the difference. All right, this one. Uh, let's see. What do you see in there? What do you see? What do you think it is this? Can you imagine what it is? Kimberly, Jose?
I don't know. Is it snow? It's like an iceberg. I don't.
Yeah, snow. What do you think, Kimberly? What do you think it is?
I don't.
Is it snow? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's no. Profe, sorry, pero mi sobrina estaba como con un ataque de llanto, así que por eso prefiero no hablar.
Yeah, okay. If you can come back, you can do it, all right? Okay, so let's see. Jose, so you think it is snow. Okay, let me see a little bit. It says here, before you watch, okay, what do you think the river looks like this? You think it is snow, okay? This is
Yes,
when you
like
get,
a mountain of snow, and
yeah,
the boy is climbing.
yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So we're going to watch a video about this, okay? So you will see that it's a little bit different of what you think, okay? Yeah, we're going to watch the video, so pay attention to it, and then we're going to go back to this part.
New Delhi is a large city in northern India. The heavy smog that fills the sky is so unclean that it's difficult to see the city. The water supply doesn't look much better. The Yamuna River is the city's main source of drinking water.
Look at that, Jose. Is it snow?
No, it's a river.
It's a river. And
Yeah.
look at the way it is, right? That is in New Delhi in India. Okay, in India, you know, it's one of the most populated uh, cities in the. I mean, India is one of the most populated countries in the world. I don't know how many millions people live in India. So it's kind of a you know, all those people have to throw waste, and the waste goes into the river. Okay, it will explain in here. It says here 50 million gallons of industrial waste. Do you understand the word waste, Jose?
Wait, desperdicios?
Right, but waste you can have like body waste, the waste that you throw. I mean that we throw. I mean when we go to the bathroom. Okay, the urine is waste. The other thing is also waste. Number two is also waste, right? And apart from that waste, other types of waste like industrial waste is thrown into the river. Yeah, okay. Industries, factories, all of them throw waste, and all that waste goes into the river. Okay? Yeah, so let's continue.
50 million gallons of industrial waste are thrown into the river every day. At times, this makes it look more like a science experiment than a water supply. The 14 million people in and around New Delhi must get their water from community water tankers. These trucks deliver water to the towns where people live. Sometimes there's enough water for everyone, and sometimes there isn't. The people of New Delhi need about 1 billion gallons of water a day. They're surviving on 25% of that. Even in the richer areas, you'll find busy shopping centers, well-dressed shoppers, expensive restaurants, and the same community water tankers. Outside of the city, in the desert of Rajasthan, getting water is even harder. The temperatures frequently reach 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Villagers walk for miles to get water. When they reach a well, they often have to drink next to their animals. An annual period of heavy rain called the monsoon season does provide relief, but it doesn't replace the water that's used every year. So the question remains, is there an answer to India's water problem? Some leaders think that the answer lies in a series of new dams. However, many people disagree with this proposal. They believe that India's existing dams have contributed to the water shortage by drying up riverbeds, fields, and wells.
Thousands of millions of rupees have already been invested in water policy and big dams. How do you explain villages with no water? Who is responsible for all this? Well, the blame lies on the very system which advocates the construction of bigger dams.
The answer to India's water shortage may be found in a group of villages in the Alwar area of Rajasthan. Here, Rajendra Singh has started a non-governmental organization that works with villagers to make clean water easily available. Singh encourages villagers to use an ancient method, one that uses small dams to store water and change the land. Under Singh's direction, villagers decided to try the method. They began collecting stone and rock to make small earthen dams. They then made small pits or holes near them and laid a porous layer of stone, earth, and clay. This stopped rainwater from running off and raised the level of the water under the ground. With every rain shower, the groundwater level rose higher. Eventually, people were able to create wells to irrigate their farms. Soon, water reached every part of the village. Today, a village that was dry and lifeless is green and healthy. Because of 2 earthen dams, farmers who couldn't grow enough food for their families can now produce food for them, and the idea has spread.
We're building water reservoirs and dams to save rainwater. We want our village Rozda to be green and prosperous like Nini.
At present, more than 4,000 earthen dams collect rainwater across western India. They provide water for more than 800 communities. The small-scale methods of Alwar aren't practical for New Delhi. They wouldn't be enough. Experts say that new water supplies and efforts to conserve water may slow the water shortage there, but only for about 10 years. Perhaps the big cities can learn something from Alwar. Certainly, things here have changed for the better. People no longer walk a long way for water. A well is just down the road. It seems that in the region of Alwar, one village really can make a difference.
Okay, Jose, it's in here you can see it's very terrible. Okay, the way. Sorry.
What is dams?
Yeah, the dams are like I would say like represas, but small ones. A dam is una represa. That is kind of a well where you put the water and you collect the water. You don't leave the water to go down. All right, they collect it in there, and then they take it from there, and then they distribute the water to other places. Okay, do you know any dam here or in Chile? There is one, for example, when you go to La Serena, and then you go to El Valle del Elqui. In there is a big dam in there where all the water is stopped. They build a big wall, and then they stop the water, so they collect it. The water, it gets full. It's like a big swimming pool, and then they take the water from there to other places. So that is a dam. Now in here, I would like to listen to it again, but only let's try to see it again because it's kind of it doesn't want to go back. Yeah, let's go back. I can't return. Wait.
It's funny because the river looked exactly like it had snow on top, and then when it said it was all contamination and polluted.
It's only the foam that all the waste produces. So it's foam. Sometimes in the ocean you can see foam. Foam is waste. Okay, so it's very sad. Something happened here. I can't get out of here. It got stuck. Wait, let's see. I'm going to try to and I'm going to show you another video, but I don't know how to do it here. Okay. Which is the same thing about, but I have to get out of here. I can't do anything without. No puedo salir de aquí. Algo pasó. Y esta cosa no me deja hacer nada más. How can I do it? No se mueve ni para adelante ni para atrás, miren. Está pegado. Wait. Si no apago todo aquí. Are you listening to me or not?
Yes.
Okay, I can't. Do you know how to get, because if I do Control Alt and Supreme, I don't know. I think I'm going to get out of the.
Yeah, you have to press and
escape.
Finish the program.
How can I do that?
Control Alt Suprimir.
Control Suprimir.
Alt
or
Suprimir.
Escape. What about Escape? There you go.
I don't know.
There you go. Good. I escaped from there. Yeah, I escaped. So then I'm going to try to come back again because I would like to discuss a little bit about this. But in here, what could you understand in general about this video? Can you tell me what you understood about this video? Kimberly? Could you?
Can you repeat the question?
If you watch something, right? We watch this video, but can you tell me what happens in that part of India, New Delhi?
Well, what I noticed from the video is that the river is so polluted that it becomes something like a big problem with like the water, and they have to get tanks, so they have like access to water.
Yeah. Any other thing that you can add, Jose? So the water is so polluted. What other thing did you notice in the video?
They are living in a very unhealthy environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Why, for example? Why do you think that is unhealthy?
I don't know, because the things that you don't have water for live, that's it's very unhealthy, because you can hydrate yourself
Yeah. You can hydrate yourself.
and you are full of trash in everywhere.
Yeah, right. It's a very unhealthy place, right? Because they don't have running water. That is the problem. They don't have running water because the river is so polluted that they cannot take the water from there. It's polluted. So what do? They uh, um, take water into the houses in um, in trucks. But did you see that sometimes people start like fighting in order to get more water because sometimes they can get it and some others they can't. So it's very, very unfortunate to see that. Sometimes we don't know how well, you know, we don't know about the things that we have in our country, although we are not very modern. It's not uh, like the Europe or United States, but we have running water in most places. I know that there are some people who don't, yeah, but there are. I would say that the majority of the locations in Chile have running water, so you can take a shower, for example. You can drink pure water, and the water is not contaminated because it has a system in which they uh, eliminate the pollution in the water. Okay, so it's pretty good. The other thing is that sometimes they have to drink together with the animals. Yeah, the water is so little that they go to a place where there is water, and in there they have to drink together with the animals, which is that's very unhealthy.
In Pedorca, the situation is really bad with water. I don't
Yeah,
know if you know Pedorca.
yeah, I know that but this is not because um, this is a problem that the society has. I think that there are many rich people that are stealing the water from the rest. Okay, for example, I don't know if you have read about it, but for example, the avocado plantations, need a lot of water. So the people, the businessmen who grow avocados, what do? They do the same thing that these people are doing, but with not a good benefit. I mean, not a good propose, not a good objective, because they stop the water before, and then they take it and they water their plantations. Or sometimes they go down deep in the earth and take the water out and take it to their plantations. So this should not happen. This
No,
should
it's
allow should
something that
allow.
is really bad.
Yeah, right. That's
If
pretty bad.
if you go to Petorca or Cabildo, in that places, it's very funny, because if you go there, you can see the mountains. The mountains don't have nothing green, but if you see the avocados places, you can see all full of green.
Yeah,
Like full of life, full of water.
yeah.
And the
Wow, that's
saddest
crazy.
part that I can say, if you are in the highway, in the road,
Hmm.
and to Bedorca, you can see a lot of die of bodies of horses and animals.
Oh, yeah, dead animals. Yes, yes.
Yeah, dead animals,
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
because of the lack of water.
Yeah, now that is happening there, but this is a problem of us. I mean, our people, people in Chile sometimes is, I mean, businessmen, I mean, powerful people, they don't they don't help. You know,
I think it's
I
the
have some
government
cousins.
always protect the person who has more power, more money, you know?
Yeah, right. That is true. I have some cousins in Santa Maria, which is a town near San Felipe. And from time to time, I go to see my cousins there, and they have a house in a place. It's like a rural place, and they tell me that now it's very difficult to water their trees, because they have trees, lemon trees. They have peaches and oranges, but it's small, like a small house with some trees. In the past, they used to have a lot of water, but now they stop the water, and then they leave it after 5 o'clock. They leave some little water to go down. Okay, so I mean they are using the water for only for them. That is the bad thing about that. Okay, now we're going to watch this video again, but the other thing that is important in here, if we remember what we saw, that people are building their own um, dams, like small ones that they have another name, to collect water. Okay, to collect water in order to water their plantations or their small plantations. So it is important to think about water, the importance that it has. Okay. Another thing that they mentioned there, they mentioned the monsoons. Do you know what a monsoon is? Have you heard about it? Jose, have you heard
No,
about the monsoon?
no,
Huh?
no,
No?
teacher.
No? What about you, Kimberly? Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I think it's like a weather condition or something.
Yeah. Well, the monsoon is a moment in the year in which there is a lot of rain. In India, most of the time they don't have water. There is no water. There is no rain. But in one moment of the year, there is a monsoon, which is it rains like for weeks. And in that moment, they collect water and they receive water and they water their plants, etc. It's like something very important for them. Yeah. But the problem is that it happens only once or twice a year. Okay, so now they are doing something with the monsoon. Okay, I think that time is up because you have classes with Miss Patty. So next class, that is on Wednesday, we're going to watch this video again, hopefully without problems, and we're going to continue with the unit. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So that's it. Goodbye. Any questions so far?
Oh, profe.
Yeah.
No, teacher.
Okay. So bye bye. See you on Wednesday.
Okay. Bye, teacher.
Bye bye.